Welcome everyone to another episode of We Be Talking. Our, what are you laughing for, man?
I don't know, man.
Okay, it's our podcast where we talk about anime and games, what's happening in the news, and each segment will have a topic. I'm Justin,
What is up? I'm Logan.
and yeah, so there's actually been a decent amount of news this week for anime this time compared to our last couple
Yeah,
of weeks, relatively.
right.
At least some announcements and stuff like that. Kakegurui season 2 is going to be in January, which is the gambling anime, the high school gambling anime. Have you seen that?
I have not seen it. I
I
heard it's good.
It actually is really good. At first, I was going into it like, I don't know, but as it kept going, I was like, okay, these people are crazy. They love gambling, and it was enjoyable. And I'm glad we finally got the announcement for season 2.
I'll add it to the list. The good old list of
Yeah, the list of
ever-growing list.
200 anime that's like all that need to be watched.
Right.
The huge backlog of stuff. And then one of the shows that are going to be airing this fall, that time I got reincarnated as a slime, which doesn't look interesting at all to me, is going to be starting on October 1st.
Can I just say that some anime just have the funniest names? They're so random.
They, they all.
There's the time I got reincarnated as a slime. There's
Yeah.
like one where it's like I got punched in the pancreas or something. That's not it, but it has pancreas in the title.
Yeah,
But
no, a lot of them do that. Like, uh, yeah, so this, I think it's about like, uh, another fantasy world thing. It's kind of like a game where, like, the basic enemy is a slime, and the guy gets reincarnated as one of them. So I guess
all right, I don't know if
the
I'll put that on the list
it's
though. To
it's
be
not on
honest.
my list to watch. It's starting this fall. I mean, the, this fall is kind of looking pretty weak, but not that weak. It
Yeah,
could
the
be great for
falls.
all I know, but it just doesn't appeal to me.
Right.
Um, the other interesting thing going on is with Prince of Tennis is doing like a
Ooh,
highlight things of like their matches in theaters.
a highlight reel.
Yeah, basically. It's like
That's strange. I
so
know Prince of Tennis is one of your favorites,
it
at least
is my
sports
favorite
anime wise.
sports anime.
Yeah.
It's actually in my top 10, but so they started it in 30 theaters on the 24th, so a couple days ago. They're just kind of like, and they're doing it for 2 weeks of just showing like some of the rounds from the finals. Like,
That's kind of strange.
it is strange,
It's
but
like a YouTube montage video, but
they're gonna have a DVD Blu-ray of the reels that comes out like on October 26th. Uh, how
so
about
it's just like a custom. Is it like every match in the anime, or is it just like whatever they felt like putting in?
it looks like uh the first episode of the three-part movie, introducing more highlights from one of the most popular games in the long-running series, Tezuka versus Autobay. So I'm guessing of that match.
Okay. That's very strange still, to be honest.
It is, especially when the show hasn't finished. It's been on hiatus. Quick give me highlight reels. Give me more of the show, okay? That's what I want.
Giving me watch this highlight of something you've seen.
No, give. It's clearly still popular. Can we please?
Is it to attract newer people to it? Which even then that's kind of doesn't make sense
Yeah,
if
it's
it's
not like
on,
starting from this. It's like starting from like late stuff.
and also it's on hiatus, so like come watch this show that is not
Like,
currently
I
continuing.
haven't seen it pop up for a while, unless I've just clearly missed it somehow. But I'm pretty sure I haven't, and I've been waiting. This here, I'm gonna keep going through it here. Sequel, sequel, sequel. Yeah, I'm just going through. There's a lot. Okay. Yeah, the last one in like 2011 or something like that. Unfinished. So, quit giving me more of stuff I've seen.
Yeah.
That's basically how it is. Uh,
I feel you.
we're getting the Pokemon Marathon over at Twitch.
Yes. Oh
That
my
starts the
God.
27th, so basically the day this goes up.
Yeah, there's gonna be.
It runs for the
It's
rest of the
literally.
year.
I was gonna say it's literally the entirety of the show. Like it's all the seasons and all the movies.
Yes.
That's insane.
I'm pretty sure they said it's going to be running for the rest of the year.
I do like how Twitch um does these like anime marathon things. I it's just an enjoyable experience,
Yeah,
especially to watch it with chat because
yeah, you get
like
the chat. It brings in people to be like, hey, what's this? It
right,
could get them interested and to watch the show.
right. It's just super unique ideas. Of course, sometimes they turn it into an ad fest, which is pretty annoying, but
That is true. They do go overboard with the ads. And it's
like they
like,
make it ridiculous. And I feel like, to be honest, because I saw the Yu-Gi-Oh one. Not, I didn't, obviously I didn't watch it, start to finish, but I would always watch, I'd have it up on in the background and stuff.
yeah,
The ads were ridiculous. It was so many.
it, it was.
Like, and I have a feeling they're gonna do the same for this
Oh,
one, which
man.
kind of,
They make money, so might as well do it.
I know, but it's like, does it need to be, 6 ads an episode? Can we cut it to like three or something? Like,
I'm pretty sure they just run the ads at the same time it would have when it actually aired. And then,
sometimes, well, the Yu-Gi-Oh one, they definitely did not. There were like legit mid-sentence ads. It'd be like Yu-Gi-Oh. I activate my ad.
he activates his ad. My ad card.
My ad.
Fortnite now on Android.
But yeah, I do get excited for these like anime viewing sessions. They're pretty dope.
So, the My Hero Academia movie sold 1 million tickets. Which is impressive. Maybe I don't know exactly how.
1 million tickets in Japan, or
Yeah, in Japan, well, it doesn't. I mean,
I'd say
I don't think
that's
it's over here. So,
true.
and
I
the first million moviegoers received a bonus book that includes 9 pages of a manga, episode number 0, All Might Rising.
It's pretty cool.
So you got a bonus at least.
Right. Um I mean, we'll talk about anime movies later, but I'm glad to see that it's doing well. I assume that means it's doing well. That sounds like it's 1 million tickets. That's quite a lot.
The manga series is on August. Here they put some stuff. August 8th, the manga series had printed 16 million copies in Japan. So that's a lot of people reading it.
Right. I'd
And
say that's pretty good.
yeah, they've hit over 17 million. So, and they're
I'm
selling a
sure
lot.
there's
So
going to be multiple movies. Usually the big shonen get like a few movies.
yeah, it debuted at ranked fourth for that weekend that it aired. So
That's pretty good.
compared to whatever other movies are in there. So yeah, that is pretty good.
Yeah, I have no idea what other movies are even. But I'm gonna assume that's good, so I'm gonna say it's good. That's very naive, but whatever.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump. Last week we were talking about live adaptations. Well, there was plenty in the news this week for live adaptations. So you mentioned something about the Bleach movie. It looks like that's coming to Netflix in
Yes.
September. September 14th? Yeah, September 14th. So it's been in Japan for a while, but now we're finally getting it over here
On Netflix, yeah.
on Netflix.
Which is a surprise, I guess. I don't know. I feel like no one cares to see it.
I personally don't. Will I watch? Like I always say, I don't care, but I end up watching them. The Bleach
Yeah.
movie,
I
I might not because I didn't go too far enough into the anime to actually care.
I'm not gonna watch it. I feel like
Like by time
people,
I'll watch something if I'm interested in it. Bleach movie
yeah,
is
but
not.
some people just watch live actions out of curiosity
I'm one
of
of
the
those. So
quality.
That's how I do
Not,
it.
not necessarily. I mean, I did it for the Death Note movie, which,
Yeah, so you're
speaking of,
giving me a segue that you throw me out of order here. The Death Note movie will be getting a sequel. So which that was already basically known. They just now confirmed it.
but w-
It did well viewership wise, and I think that's why.
why?
You gotta
Viewership
finish
to
the
who?
story.
Just people?
Yeah, this like
I thought
overall.
this story was finished.
No, remember they left it open with L getting the notebook and everything at the end. Like he when he did this first movie, he said he wanted to do a trilogy, and he's basically getting all of it.
Oh, I mean, to me, that's a fine ending. Like, oh, he got it. What's he gonna do with it? And you just leave your
No, you
audience
gotta
guessing.
they have to tell you now,
Oh,
Logan.
yes, we call that milking. But sure.
Am I gonna
I
watch
mean, if
it?
it did good,
Yes.
I guess. I feel like whatever. Nothing I'm excited for, to be
Oh, I'm not
honest.
excited for it, but I'm gonna watch it.
See how it. So they. This is what is also strange. Why copy the characters from the original source if you're just gonna get rid of some?
That's why
Like,
I
is Light
said
not even gonna be in it?
no.
So the main
He's
character,
dead, right?
I thought he died, didn't
Yeah,
he?
I'm pretty sure he died, right? Yeah,
Maybe I can't
because
remember.
you lose the notebook or whatever. You no,
Didn't well?
no,
Did
that's
Ryuk kill him?
something like that.
I don't know.
Ryuk did some weird stuff in that movie. Okay, they all
It's
did,
just
but we're getting another, and I
oh
guess if you're
boy,
excited for that, you can be excited for it. Probably you're not, and you're still just gonna watch it just to see what they do with it, like
just
I
to
am.
watch it to make fun of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch and see what the hell's going on. We'll review it.
Okay, sure. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
we'll review it. Uh, so other live action movies though, Gintama sold 2 million tickets in just 7 days. So that's no surprise that they're doing well. Gintama's huge.
People love
This
Gintama.
is
I
the
haven't
second
watched
live
it.
film. They had a live film last year.
Interesting. See, I don't watch Gintama, so I don't understand the craze.
Oh, I love Gintama. I'm in there. I
Oh
love
yeah,
it.
you and everyone else.
It's
Jesus.
just a parody. That's really what it is. So it's like it's just great comedy. It's really what it is. It's not. It's not
Is that it?
yeah, it's just it's
funny.
just a really good parody of stuff, and they just make fun of other anime a lot all the time. So,
It's I'll watch it sometime. It's not on my urgency list.
but I
But
am
I
not
mean,
interested in a live action. I can tell you that much.
1 mil in 7 days seems like that's
Two
good.
mil in 7 days.
2 mil in 7 days?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, tickets. I like how they do everything in tickets, whereas we do everything in like box office numbers. Granted, they
Um,
could say it in yen, and I have no idea what that would mean. So it's a good thing they say tickets.
Right. Yeah. Live actions everywhere, apparently.
Yeah, we can talk about live adaptations. I did not expect us to be talking a lot about it this week. I just
Right.
thought that was an interesting topic to talk about, and all of a sudden it became relevant.
Apparently you read the future.
Yeah.
Or should
Also,
have saved it for this week.
let's see, I should have saved it for this week, man. I wasn't expecting it. But at the World Championship for Pokemon this weekend, today actually, was the card game finals. They announced the official title and logo for the Pikachu, the Pokemon Detective Pikachu movie. Which this is the one I am interested in because Ryan Reynolds is the voice of Pikachu.
That's so weird. First of all, he's not supposed to have a voice. I mean, at least I will know Ryan Reynolds will probably make it funny. Like he's gonna, I'm guessing.
Oh,
What if it's actually just Ryan Reynolds saying Pikachu? Like
that
Pika Pika.
that would be the
Pikachu.
greatest thing ever.
That would be so funny.
You go on and expect on a full, like straight up Pikachu talking. It's just Ryan Reynolds. Pika!
It just has subtitles. He like talks Pikachu and then subtitles the whole movie.
I'm
That would
down for
actually
that actually.
that'd be funny, but I don't know how to feel about Pikachu talking. Cause I know in one of the movies he like talked or something, and that was weird. Have you seen that?
Possible. It's. I'm pretty sure I have.
It was like near the end of I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen the clip. It was like near one of the end of the movies, and Pikachu goes like, because like I love you, Ash, or something.
Oh yeah, I remember now. It is weird. But
It's just
this one's
weird.
a very not like your normal Pikachu because it's live action, so it's like a man in a Pikachu costume, so it's much bigger. It is animated, but it is like a bigger Pikachu, so not your normal one. So that might give it enough distance to not be as weird.
Sure, we'll see. I'm gonna probably still feel weird.
Oh, it's good. I guarantee it's gonna be hilarious. Though that's all that matters. But really, that was everything about live adaptations and just really news in general. So let's go ahead and talk about our topics of anime movies. And what I mean here is more
Woo!
like movies within a series. So not a standalone movie like your Studio Ghibli stuff, but
Okay,
like a Naruto movie,
right,
you know, My Hero movies.
right. Okay.
Uh, do you ever care to watch them? Do you ever go out of your way to watch them?
Um,
You ever excited for them?
I mean, when I first started watching anime, you know how when you first like start watching anime and you get obsessed with like certain anime, you
Mm-hmm.
just want to watch literally anything related to that
Yeah.
anime. That's when I watched movies. But like now, it's not like, oh, a movie's coming out. I'm so excited. It's more like, oh, cool movie. I might check it out sometime. It's not really on my like I'm not like super eager to see it. I might check it out, I might not. It depends on the show, I guess. Well, I mean, I watch Naruto a ton, and I don't think I've seen a single Naruto movie.
I can tell you I watched a couple of them because I was like, oh, I love Naruto. I'll watch the movies. Don't.
Yeah, it's
They weren't
to
very
me,
good. They're just really weird because they're not canon, so they do weird stuff with them.
right. It's really awkward too. It's it, like this doesn't really relate to the
No,
story,
yeah,
but
because
sometimes they'll bring up things from the
yeah,
story.
but it's not canon. Like the
Yeah, then you're like, where in the timeline am I even at right now?
well, in the one Naruto movie, it was like two parts. I don't even think I bothered to watch the second part. But they're like, they were helping out like this movie actress, and there was like technology, and I was like, okay, no, this is not
Okay,
no,
no.
this is not Naruto.
Yeah, the movies just seem like just
I believe, as
I
you
don't
said
know.
earlier, milk in it.
I mean, most of the time it's to milk some money, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because if people enjoy movies, then yeah, they're gonna love more movies coming out. But like for the Pokemon movie example, since we're talking about the Twitch thing, they have like 18 movies, 19 movies. It's like, my God. And just the like we kind of talked this about this before, just the flow between an anime show and a movie is just different. Like so like Naruto example, it's like literally like 500 episodes, and then you want to try and tell a story within a movie time, like a quick whole story. It's like, yeah, sometimes it works. It just never really feels right, I guess.
Yeah, and then like I watched the Prince of Tennis movies. Of course, that was when I was in that huge phase or whatever. But because and I did everything in order. So I stopped at the episode before the movie. I watched the movie, went back to the show, and in the movie they introduced the main character's like brother, his like long lost brother, and how he had like a disconnect from a family and everything. Like they did his backstory in the movie, and they did it really good. There were some crazy antics towards the end of the movie because they were playing tennis on like a boat that was blowing up because it was a movie, so you do crazy stuff with it, right? But then they went to the show, and this was before they introduced his brother in the show. So they introduced him in the show after that, and they changed the backstory. Wasn't the same as the movie, and it ended up not being as good as the movie. And I was like, well, this kind of sucks now. Like they had a much better flushed out story from the movie that they could have just copied and pasted in the show, but they didn't. And that's like another thing. Like sometimes movies do their own liberties things that just kind of actually, in a way, almost hurt the show at times.
Yeah,
I tend to
some
skip
movies
them
are,
now.
yeah, I just don't really like the My Hero movie. I'm a huge My Hero fan, and I'm like, I might watch it. I don't know yet, because I kind of just like to focus on the story. I
Yeah,
don't like to get like movie
yeah.
details
I don't.
mixed up.
It's like this. Yeah, the side stories that aren't really relevant to the overarching like plot
Right. I might watch it like maybe
after the
when
show
it's,
finishes.
yeah, or after the show finishes, or maybe after the season finishes or something. But movies, I'm not crazy about them anymore, really, just to be honest.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of separating like standalone movies are different because they're just movies. They're not part of
Yeah.
a show
Well,
or something
standalone movies are, it's
completely
its own
different.
story,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
which
They were written
there's a
to
lot
be a
of
movie.
good standalone movies.
Yes.
Literally, like anything Studio Ghibli, all those are great. Your Name's great. I heard the it's 5 seconds something. I heard that's great.
Yeah, there's a few like side ones that are good, like Genro's, like one I'm a fan of.
Yeah, it's just when they try and branch off of a already story to make a mini story, that's when it gets a bit weird.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, we don't quite need this. You can give it to us. You can make money. I ain't gonna watch it. Other people are interested in that, but I'm personally not at all.
Right.
But I think that does it for everything
Woo!
anime wise.
Anime section complete.
Done. So that jumps us into video games. So this week, obviously, news packed. It was Gamescom. So that's always a big conference where they're showing a whole bunch of stuff off. I'm only going to focus on things I care about, like because there's just so
Games.
much.
Where's Gamescom?
Germany, I think.
Every year.
Yeah, it's in Cologne,
Ooh,
Germany, something like that.
interesting. Is it like a similar to E3?
Yeah, it's like a smaller kind of thing. It's more
Okay.
like a PSX, but for everyone besides just PlayStation.
Okay.
No, Paris. The whatever the one in Paris. It's kind of like that. But before we jump into that, Nvidia did announce some new cards for you PC gamers out there. We got the 20 series now, so we got the 2070, 2080, and the 2080 Ti. So you're getting your upgrades of your 1070s, 1080s. The 1070s and 1080s were dropping a lot in price this week. Some are down like $200. So
Down 200 or down to 200?
down $200. So some of the 600 ones are now like $400. Uh,
I need to do an upgrade soon.
don't you have a 1070?
I actually do have a 1070. Hey, but if the new ones are coming out,
See, I'm on a very old one right now, which if I had the money, I now would be the time to upgrade. I don't have the money. Uh,
what's the new ones come? Well, like what
so
are the
yeah,
new ones?
here we go. The 2070 will be $600. The 2080 will be $800, and the 2080 Ti will be $1,200. But of course, nothing ever releases at the price they're supposed to be when they're announced. They're always like $300 more when they come out than what the prices that they give.
Right.
Like the Founders Edition for like the 2070 was like $900 or $1,100 when it's supposed to be like 600.
Oh look, let's just bump this up real quick. Uh, I don't think I'll upgrade though. You know.
See, that a price I gave were the founders, but the CEO gave different prices. I guess here that I'm reading, saying 500, 700, and 1,000. That's a bit of a difference. It's
Right.
$100 to $200 difference on some of those.
It's pretty
But
significant. I feel
so
like
I
they.
guess I guess we'll find out. I mean, it's not a bad time to look into upgrading. There's nothing wrong with being a series behind though.
Right.
But yeah, so that's big stuff for people. Uh, But yeah, so we got a lot of release date announcements for
Here we go. Rapid
plenty of
fire
stuff.
round.
Yeah. So Sekiro Shadows Die Twice got an announcement for, I think it was a, hold on, let me look at March 22nd of 2019. For me, this is big. This was from made by From Software, the people behind Dark Souls, which
Ooh,
is a
we all
huge
know
thing.
how. Well, I haven't actually played it, but I've heard everyone say like Dark Souls is hard.
That is one way to put it.
Dark Souls is very frustrating.
Yeah, they make it frustrating by having pretty mediocre controls and mechanics in that way. So it's not like good frustration. It's like the future input stuff where you hit X twice in the middle of the combat, and like, and by the time if you get hit or something, which cancels all your movement, it will then activate the input after you get hit, and it's like the most annoying thing ever.
It's
And
like,
it's
oh,
like,
thanks, game.
oh no, I needed this 2 seconds ago, not now.
Right.
But so this game I am interested in a lot. I'm not watching. I'm not the kind to watch trailers and stuff like that just because I want to go into a game fresh. So I don't care about like spoilers. Why I don't watch previews on animes for the next episode. I just like to go into it
Yeah.
blind, and that's kind of how I am with games. So I don't really watch trailers too much. Uh, Devil May Cry 5 got a release date. Why did I? For March 8th. So people that love Devil May Cry can get that. I don't.
Same.
Now Shenmue 3 finally got a release date for August 27th, 2019. People have been waiting, well, fucking like 30 years for this game. Oh wait, hold on. 17 years, I guess, is when Shenmue 2 came out on Dreamcast.
17
Well,
years.
1 and 2 came out on Dreamcast. That's how far
My
we're going
God.
back. So we're getting the third one that's going to finish up the story. 1 and 2 are getting HD remakes. I think they're already
Is
out.
that like a popular series?
Oh yeah, it was huge back on
Okay.
Dreamcast. They brought it back via Kickstarter, so it was fan funded to get the
Okay,
third
well,
one.
I'll say if it's brought back fan funded, then that answers my question.
Yeah, but it's like the original people and everything. Like, so people have been waiting. They're finally gonna get it. I'm hoping they do. They're doing a 1 and 2 bundle that comes out soon. I think it might have already came out on PC. I'm not actually sure on that one. I might pick them up. I'm not sure, just to see what the hype was all about. But they are very old, and very old games don't tend to. A lot of them don't hold up, like mechanic wise.
I was gonna say some old games don't age well at all. Like it's like, what is this? Like disgusting. But we'll see.
You know, we definitely will see.
Well,
I guarantee a lot of people will be streaming it when it comes out, because there's like
it'll
most people,
be,
a lot of people in the community have played it or know it or something like
I'll
that.
say it'll probably be, a weekend up on Twitch, bet or most viewed game or whatever, most viewed category, whatever you want to call it.
Wow, I missed the transition earlier. I could have had a good transition for the Dark Souls trilogy is being released October 19th. First of all, we just got the first one remastered earlier in the year. Why wouldn't they have just bundled them then? Instead, they're waiting for now to bundle. If you people haven't played or bought the game by now, you're probably not going to do it. You weren't waiting for a bundle. All three of them could be bought for like $20 each. The bundle's going to be $80. Like, with all the DLC, I guess. We don't. They can stop re-releasing games. We're like a year or two out before they remaster Demon Souls or Dark Souls 2.
I feel like,
and there's gonna be another bundle.
There's a lot of. I'll say when I always see news about Dark Souls, like Dark Souls this, Dark Souls remastered of the remastered came out.
It's like, I love Dark Souls, right? Except for 3. I thought 3 kind of sucked. People are gonna hate me for that because a lot of people love 3 and they thought 2 sucked, whereas I love 2. I don't like 3. but I mean, come on, calm down with it. All right,
Yeah.
we especially there's so many re-releases happening too. That could be a whole different topic. Just on re-releases, it's freaking constant, man.
Yeah. Re-releases sometimes get crazy. It's
But
like, all right, yeah, we get it.
there was a last week how I mentioned I don't like most gaming articles or whatever from some of the sites now. I'm dying over here. My throat always goes out at some point. I don't like talking for very long. But so over at Kotaku, some dude wrote an article about the Souls games and how he hates the community and stuff, and the community is awful because they're sexist and misogynist, which they're not. They're just. I just want to address it because people like to make our crude, like just jokes on them, like those child crude jokes and stuff like that. Where when a game gives you where you can only give, you can't write messages however you want. You can put messages on the ground, but you have to use it from default words the game gives you. And you know how
Right.
people always try to find something like naughty or something to say out of the words that they're given, and that's what
Right.
the community does. So like whenever there's a woman in the game, they'll put hooray for chest, chest being a treasure chest, but they'll put it in front of a woman, right? just
Right.
just childish humor and stuff. And like if there's a carcass bent over on a rail, they'll say like try finger butthole. And it's like not butthole but butt and then the word hole.
Right.
Because there's an item in the game called a finger, so you can say like try this item and say butthole. And they'll do it to
Yeah.
anyone. It doesn't matter your gender in the game; they'll just do it to anything. But
I was gonna say
he's
this
taking it
is
as a way to say like, oh, these people are just misogynist and sexist and putting it in front of all these characters. And he specifically goes after all the women ones. It's like, dude, they do it to everyone. Like they'll be like, oh, woman ahead, therefore try thrusting, or something like that, or weakness thrusting. It's
yeah,
just
it's just like or like childish humor. I mean, it's still funny. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna be. Yeah, I don't know. People like to blow things out of proportion. We kind of talked about this last episode, you know.
yeah, it's like people just need to like not take everything a certain way. It's like, and they'll just call them like, just straight out call people like racist, sexist, misogynist when it's
Right,
just
like
like
that's such a huge jump.
it's just a joke. It's not humor. It doesn't mean they're serious about it.
Right, like that,
And they
like
do it to men too. Like they don't care. They'll just say it too. Like it's like they'll find ways to do it. It's what
just
you do.
label someone like that off of one joke. It's like, come on.
He uses
Whatever,
your
people.
favorite word, and they're toxic.
Oh boy, that's the buzzword when you want to try and discredit people. You call them toxic.
Well, I need to find it. There was something where he made a tweet going along with it, basically saying, "Oh, if you disagree with him, you're just a hater or something like that."
If you disagree with me, you're also a sexist.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a real quick, cheap way to shut down anyone who has valid arguments against you.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. This is what he says. I fully expect this article to make a lot of people feel under attack. To everyone who feels that way, fucking deal with it. Thanks for proving my point.
not sure how that like if I went up to someone and be like, "Oh, you're a rapist," and they get mad at me, which they rightfully would, I'd be like, "Thanks for proving my point." It's like, what? That makes no sense. You can't just call people something and expect them not to at least say something back.
Yeah, it's like you're almost calling yourself like the same thing you're hating against because like
Right.
you can't deal with people having different thoughts or thinking differently or like we're basically like we said last week in some of our stuff about it how like we're going to this world where you're not allowed to be able to say certain things or joke. You have to delete your Twitter so nobody wants to go
Right.
after you. But
It's kind of dumb. Must have been a slow day at the news office.
that's what a lot of people said actually. uh, so another announcement though, moving on, is Grand Tour, the Amazon show, is making a game. So I'm a huge Grand Tour fan. It's the people. For those who don't know, Jeremy Clarkson. Uh, wow, I can't think of the others' names right now. Richard Hammond, James May had the show Top Gear, and then they were all fired or whatever, and Amazon took them to do Grand Tour. It's a car show. It's awesome. Highly recommended, especially for people who love cars. If you're not watching it, do.
If you're not
But
watching it,
but
do.
they're making a game for it, and it is actually kind of it's coming from like the former developers that like Burnout and Need for Speed. But the show has like a lot of contests that they do in it and like pranks and weird stuff. Like one episode, this is from Top Gear though. Like Jeremy Clarkson made like a small like scooter car and drove it through a mall and then through a library and stuff, and just they do things that pisses off the public a lot. but it's funny. So the game's gonna follow that, but they're doing episodic, so it's not like a full released game. Basically, every week with the show, it's gonna be releasing like chapters with like missions that follow kind of like this what's going on in the show.
Right.
So it's kind of like the
It's kind of interesting.
Telltale series. You know how they do it episodic, but they're doing it with this, and that's kind of really weird. So and they're gonna use lines from the show are going to be in the game.
That's unique, I guess you could say.
Yeah, so I'm definitely interested in it. It's hard for me to want to pick up a car game outside of Forza, because Forza is like the only car game series I care about. So maybe this can pull me in. I'm gonna wait though to see what people are talking about it, because it is a first entry, so you never know if it's gonna be good or not. And it's not like one of the ones I'm gonna jump all in on like some other games.
Yeah.
Like the next big announcement that I'm jumping all in on, Supermassive Games announced their new horror anthology. So I guess an anthology contain lots of games, I guess, technically.
So like a bunch of different games, or like one
Yes, it's gonna be
continuous game?
It's gonna be a lot. So Supermassive Games are the people that did Until Dawn.
Okay, I like
Which,
that game.
yes, for those of you that don't know, we actually played and did a record. We recorded it and put it up on our previous YouTube channel that we don't run anymore. It is still up. It's under couch co-op or something like that. So you guys could look for that series if you wanted to, of us playing it. Incredible, like one of my favorite like horror games, I think.
It was really fun. I had lots of fun playing it.
So yeah, the new one, the first one, it's gonna be a whole bunch of like standalone games.
See, I like when it comes to horror games, I hope it's not like, because I don't like horror games that just constantly try and jump scare you.
No, yeah, so it's following the same rhythm of like Until Dawn, just with a new cast of people, new setting.
So it's like a thriller, suspense. Ow.
Yeah, your choices matter.
Yeah, that's what I prefer.
Yeah, so Man of Medan is the one they showed. I watched a little bit of it. Definitely got me intrigued. Obviously, they got like actors and stuff in it again. So not, and it takes place on like Man of Medan's like a real story. The boat, I think, World War II or something like that. I don't know. I didn't look into the actual story. I plan on doing that just to get me a little knowledgeable going into the game, I guess.
Yeah.
But I am excited for him just because Until Dawn was great. I'm definitely, when this game comes out, I'll definitely be streaming it.
Good horror games or scary games, whatever you want to call them, are fun when they're done right. Like,
yes.
They're very get you chills, get you goosebumps, get you all sweating. You're like, oh, please be nothing behind this.
Yeah, what I like about the Supermassive Games ones was that they're, they give you those choices, and then like right away, hey, you made a huge impact here. Like,
right,
you could have, and they're doing the same thing where you could have everybody live, or you could have everybody die, or some people die, some people live.
Yeah,
and that really helps build up.
Yeah, you feel like there's pressure on you.
Yeah, it's not like, you die and you go to the last checkpoint and redo it again.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely gonna be playing that on stream. You might have to come over for that too.
All right, I'll be down.
I like making important choices with other people, so it's not just me fucking up.
Less pressure.
I can
You
blame
agree
it
with,
on someone else.
you agree with this? Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Your fault.
so some anti-announcement, I guess. There's going to be no Assassin's Creed in 2019.
Hmm.
They're doing another skip year, which I think it's been. I think the last skip year would have been 2015, 2016, something like that. I think they did
I was,
skip 1 year.
I was gonna say it feels like they come out every year.
Yeah, well,
So
they have multiple teams working on kind of like Call of Duty does with their multiple
right.
teams.
Interesting. Are they like preparing for a newer like big one, or are they just taking a break? Did they mention why there's none?
I think it's just a hey, we're
They're just
putting
still
more
working on one.
development into the next game or something like that probably. Because the last time they didn't take the break, they released Unity. I want to say it was that was like super broken. It was Unity or
Yeah.
Syndicate that was like super broken, massive bugs, like facial animations like off the characters, and it was like they're like, all right, we're taking a break next year. I think they're trying to preemptively do that,
Yeah.
so they
It's
don't
like
have
the
another.
yeah, for it's like the money's there. Take your time. You don't have to release stuff every year. Just release good games, and more people will get them.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like they need the break too because Assassin's Creed is like one of those games you can burn out on.
Right.
I burned out on an Assassin's Creed 3 and haven't been interested in jumping in one since.
That's exactly where I got burned out on one. I
Like
will
the
say the trilogy with Ezio was like phenomenal, and then three just I don't know. It just did not feel. It just felt
it
so
felt
different.
empty to be
Right. I felt like not even meaningful with what I did. It's like kill a couple bad guys here, kill a couple bad guys there. It's like okay.
like I've heard the new one's good, but I might think about. Well, actually, I won't think about getting the new one that's coming out here, the Egyptian one. No, the Roman one. The Egyptian one's out. The Roman one's the one that's coming out, which I am interested in Roman stuff, but it comes out I think just mixed in with
And
too
wait,
many other
another
games.
Roman one? Didn't they have a? Wasn't the Ezio one Roman?
He's a I get he was Italian, so but not like Rome era.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see what it was. Yeah, same place, different era.
Yeah, and you can fully play as a male or female, so that's new too. So they are giving those options.
That's neat. Hopefully it's good. I don't know if I'll get it, but
Well, there's too many games coming out around that time.
right.
I think it is a September release, so you got like Spider Man, Valkyria 4, just Tomb Raider. Just massive month of September. Red
Everything
Dead
else.
Redemption 2 or something like that. Uh, so good luck, I get to everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, so moving on to Call of Duty is stomping Battlefield 5 according to analysts. Battlefield 5 is behind in 80% for pre-orders to Call of Duty.
Jesus Christ.
And they're saying, I think some people are saying like internally Call of Duty is kind of a little bit behind expectations. Uh, I think Red Dead Redemption 2 is actually doing really well in pre-orders. Granted, pre-orders aren't necessarily guaranteed success, but the last most Battlefield games are 20 to 40% behind, except for Battlefield 1, which actually had more pre-orders because that was against Infinity or Infinite Warfare or something like that. So, but to be 80% behind is kind of rough.
That's quite a bit. It's a decent number.
Well, they also had all those problems though where people were bitching about how there were women in the game or whatever, and instead of just coming out and saying, hey, this is actually historically accurate, they were just like, oh, you're all uneducated, if you don't want to buy the game, don't buy it. And they just handled it wrong instead of saying, hey, this is what we're basing it on, here's the actual reality of it, this is why women are in the game, because hey, they did fight in World War II. Like the greatest sniper was actually a woman from Russia. Like they could have went with all that stuff. I think it was a Russian sniper.
Instead, like,
Instead, they
shut
were
up.
like, you know what, you're all uneducated. Don't buy the game if you don't like it. And
Come on, come on, PR department. You gotta know better.
so I feel like a lot of people are like, all right, we'll buy it. I'll just keep playing Battlefield 1.
Right.
I know pre-orders aren't like a huge like guarantee for success or not. I'm sure the game will still be successful. They always got
I'm
like
sure it's a
sales
decent
and stuff.
information.
Yeah, it'll still do well. Just I guess that means Call of Duty is gonna be doing well. Which I mean I have, but I also the difference is Call of Duty does like oh if you pre-order you get access to the betas and you can test the game. If you like it, you keep the pre-order, which I'm doing. If you don't like it, you can cancel it. Which I don't know. I know Battlefield had alphas and stuff, not a beta, but I didn't see them do anything like, you know, how to get into it. I don't know if it was like a private thing. One was a private thing, so that also would hurt pre-orders.
Yeah.
Um, now, the big news with Amazon. They're removing pre-order discounts. So if you pre-order a game through Amazon, you would get 20% off. So I have a lot of games pre-ordered because you know I'm always pre-ordering games because I get the 20% off. That's $12 you're getting off every single time. It's a good deal,
Right.
and I like having hard copies because I like collecting like the covers and everything. But they are replacing it with $10 of credit towards select games. So the 20% off was for all games. The $10 that you're going to get in store credit is on select games only. So probably the big ones.
Did
Not
they mention why?
no, they're just
More money?
yeah because $10 was worse than 12, which those
Right.
$2 are going to add up every time. Uh,
That's literally every pre-order ever from here on out.
so yeah, so they're going to stop doing that on 28th. So every pre-order you do before August 28th.
Not only that, it's like a selective $10. It's like
Yes,
a gift card to certain.
yeah, this is how it works. So when you buy something that qualifies for the $10, it could take up to 35 days for you to get that $10 in credit, and then you only have up to 60 days to spend it. So
God,
basically,
the
it's like, oh, we'll give
greed
you
is
$10, and some
insane.
people won't be buying a game, so they lose those $10
I
or
bet you
whatever.
that's what they bank on.
Yeah. So instead of a flat 12%, you know, or $12 off every time. Well, the 20% worked for everything. So even if you got like a special $150 edition, that
There's
20%
20%.
off was quite a bit.
Right.
Whereas now
Like
you get
$30.
$10 off. It's like, whoa, that ain't
That's
right.
kind of
$10 compared to what, like $30?
30, yeah.
Because I was more likely, it's like, oh, there's a special edition. It's $100. 20% off. And it's not much more than a regular copy, and I get all this bonus stuff.
Right.
That's what I would
That's
do.
kind of
So
why.
basically, get all your pre-orders in for everything you want before the 28th, because you can always cancel if you don't want the game when it comes closer.
Yeah.
But at least you can get that 20% off. I actually have like 10 games pre-ordered right now. Something ridiculous, man. I'll have to up it some because there's a few more
Yeah.
like down next year that I haven't pre-ordered. I ain't getting this $10 bullshit. Don't rob me yet.
Yeah, come on now, Amazon.
Uh, they're trying to steal our money that they never needed to offer, but they did. So by taking away, they messed it up. If they would have never added
Right.
it, there wouldn't have been an issue.
Exactly. Like, come on, you can't give people something and then be like, oh, take it away. It's like that's rude.
Yeah, which they're doing it over on Twitch as well. They're removing away the whole Twitch Prime gets you zero ad viewing. So now you have to
Wow.
watch ads again.
A big reason for I mean, I don't this is why I don't get like why do you need so much money? Like I mean, I'm not gonna do anything about it because obviously I'm gonna keep my Twitch Prime stuff, but the fact that I have to watch ads, which I won't anyway, maybe, it's just kind of like,
Well, a lot of
isn't this like a reason? Wasn't this like a selling point of Twitch Prime? Besides, it's like you get this stuff, you also don't have to watch
Well, at least you
ads.
still get the monthly free games and everything, and like
I'd
bonus
hope so.
content
Then there'd
there.
be no reason for it.
There would be no. You just get it because you get Amazon Prime. You get it, and you still get the $5 to free sub. But like I know a lot of people are doing like if you're sub to them, you don't get ads. But now a lot of them are just disabling ads in general because no one's really getting that benefit of Twitch Prime anymore. And it's like, and you probably weren't making much money off the ads. I don't know, unless you're like a ninja
Right.
who
You're
has
broadcasting to a city.
to a large city. You can actually get a lot of like AdSense.
Right.
Actually, it makes me wonder. He does play ads,
Yeah,
and if I
blame
was him, I wouldn't stop because you have a huge fan base, like a huge base. Like I get like if you have smaller bases, yeah, it's a nice gesture to stop playing the ads, but
Right. Amazon's just trying to take over the world
yeah,
per
the only way
usual.
you can not get the ads, like besides people setting it up for a sub bonus or whatever, is the Twitch Turbo, which only like very few people have. That's like $9 a month or something like that, where it gives you like the
Jesus.
special emotes or whatever. I rarely see it in chats.
I rarely see.
So
I've seen a few things with the turbo like badge or whatever, but
yeah, that's
it's
it.
very rare.
Because it doesn't give you like benefits really. It's just like, oh, you get
Right.
ad free viewing. Wow, what a great $9 spent a
Right. There's
month.
definitely not another stuff on the internet to, fix your ad issue.
That definitely not. But that goes away. I think it was September 14th or somewhere around in there. That's gonna start with all the ads and stuff. But if you renew if your Amazon Prime was renewed for a full year before that date, you get your full year off or whatever.
Oh, thank you,
So
Amazon.
you
You're
get
so
you get
kind.
1 year left of it.
You're so kind.
uh,
Thanks.
yeah,
My
exactly.
goodness.
uh,
It's just so people like whatever, never mind.
you gotta know where to go with that, man.
It's just like, oh, let's just piss a bunch of people off just because we want some ad money.
Well, mine goes up, I think, in like January, so I get like, I guess, like 4 months left of it.
Right. I mean, mine's still February, but it's like the fact they're like, oh, don't worry, you still get up to your renewal date. Like that's like I'm supposed to feel better that you're still giving me ads.
If your renewal date is early September before the cutoff, you're good. Like, you're getting
Right.
your full year. I'm getting a few months. Some bullshit.
Imagine if someone's like October 1st or something, like right after
It's
they
like,
just get all these ads.
like no, but that's true. That'd be the worst. Wow, it's going some places. Thanks, Amazon. You guys know how to make your billions and trillions.
Just need another billion just to, write down on the fucking certificate that says we're already rich.
All right, we can move on from this. The other thing that happened, uh, was kind of controversial. Soulcalibur 6 announced day one DLC. So that went as well as you can expect it. Which I'm a huge Soulcalibur fan. I am going to be getting 6. There's no question about that. It's like one of the few fighting games I like a lot. But come on, day one
I feel like
DLC.
I feel like this is a slap to the face. Like,
Well, the
here's
worst.
our unfinished game on purpose that you can, buy more stuff day one. It's like, really? Why not
Well,
just put it in the game?
it's a character, and the character's Tira. She's like a huge fan favorite that a lot of people were asking to be put in this game. They didn't have her originally planned to be in the game until like a month or two ago, and the game comes out in October. So this is their reasons, like, because she has a very unique battle thing in the last two, where she has like two styles and it can be interchanged in the fight, like using a meter thing. But that doesn't quite exist in Soulcalibur 6. And they kept seeing all the fan requests for it. So like, all right, we're gonna have to do a lot of accommodations to get her into this game. And then they were like, well, you know what, we had to do all this, so because she wasn't part of the actual game, we're putting it in at last minute. We're deciding we're gonna do it as DLC. It's like, if you're gonna do that, man, just make it, right? Wait 2 months
That's also the
and
thing.
then announce it.
Just at least pretend like you're working on it.
Like,
Don't
yeah,
do it
she is gonna
day
be coming to the
one.
game later, all right? Like, or don't even say anything about it. Like, all right, we hear you. It's a possibility. Not,
Right.
guys,
When
she'll be ready day one if you
I
pay for her.
understand like them charging for an extra character. Okay, that makes sense. But to be like, hey, we have it done. It's all ready, but we're gonna make you pay for it immediately just cause. It's like, well, okay. So you're just literally dangling it in front of my face on purpose.
Yeah, I'm like, I have a huge issue with like content DLC that comes out early. I'm fine with DLC that's planned and comes out like later, but when it's like clearly blatant day one stuff,
Right. It's almost presented as like a money grab when it's that early.
yeah, it's like, oh, we could have had this in the actual game. It's actually in the actual game as a patch. It's just you gotta pay for that. It's like,
Right. We could actually, cater to our community and, put this character in, say, hey, look what we did. Now, pay for it. Give us your money.
and it's like a fan favorite character thing. I like the character. She's not like one of my big faves. She's too awkward
That is
for me to
strange
play
how,
with,
like,
but we
hey,
got Smash over here adding everybody, right? With new
right.
characters. We got Soulcalibur 6 charging to have one extra character
Smash is
put
like,
in.
you want who? You want that one guy in Mario that was in the background of those 3 seconds? Here you go. Like, you want Toad number 7? Here you go. But yeah, wow. Of course, day one DLC. Very strong support of that, if you can't tell.
Yeah, exactly. DLC is always a topic. It'll come down probably down the road.
Right.
We got several we could have talked about this episode, but we're not. So jumping off into our topic, I did have something else here, but there's no point jumping into it. Anyway, we'll just go into our topic. I try to just pick this, just for it helps. I guess see some insight into us as gamers, our favorite childhood gaming memories.
Ooh, favorite childhood memories.
Of gaming.
Okay. Huh?
Of gaming.
Of gaming.
Oh yeah.
That was my childhood, so this is easy.
Oh, this is easy.
Okay, you may start.
Yeah, you can start. You seem ready to jump in.
Okay, yeah, I have a few. Okay, so one of the first games I've ever played, actually, it might have been the first game I've played.
I cannot tell you the first game I played.
It was I like how I said I could. I said it so confidently, and I have to think. Well, I know the game, Donkey Kong Country. That's the title. I was trying to think of the proper title. So it was the original Donkey Kong Country on Super Nintendo. I got it from, Santa. Shout out to my boy Santa. And I literally played that game nonstop. Just because it was, first game I had, I was like mind blown. It's like I could play a game on this TV. I could be this, cool ass monkey. Let's do it. But yeah, that I think I'm pretty sure that was my first. I'd bet money that was my first game. I know for a fact it was my first gaming console. I'm trying to think of when I got a Game Boy though.
Did you have a Game Boy or a Game Boy Color?
I had a Game Boy Color.
I didn't actually have a Game Boy. I had a Game Boy Color. I did have a Sega Dreamcube.
I also remember the very first time I beat the Elite Four on Pokemon. It was Pokemon Blue. I was on like a vacation.
Most likely, that's when everybody played Pokemon. In the car,
right.
You're going to the store, playing Pokemon.
Yeah,
going to the mall, playing Pokemon.
Your parents are like, all right, let's go. Wait, let me save. I gotta save. Let me get out of this battle.
Exactly. It's like, oh no, the battery's dying.
The batteries are
I gotta save it. I need more batteries.
Yeah, but I just remember it was like bedtime, and I'm like in the middle of the last spot. I was like, please, please let me finish. Please, I need to finish.
Bedtime was the worst as a kid.
I know. It's like, just let me play Pokemon until 3 a.m. and I'll pass out. But yeah, those are just ones off the top of my head.
So I had I had siblings to play with a little more than you did. I don't know, there was like a slight jab there or something. It felt like a jab, and I don't know why. But so for us, car trips we did all the time, especially on vacation. We drove a lot of places. Like we drove all the way. We're here in Missouri. Drove to like South Dakota to go see, Mount Rushmore and all that stuff. And we had a small CRT screen TV we had put in the car. So it was me and my two brothers in the backs, crunched up with all these controllers laid out in an N64. Just a small CRT that fits perfectly between the driver and passenger seat. You have to snug it in there so you can actually see everything that's going on. And it was perfect dark for us. Perfect dark, such a incredible rare game. Not a rare game, as in made by Rare.
Damn, nice pun.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those top 64 games that most people reference to for multiplayer and stuff like that. But man, those were good days because I'm about to talk about the game, how it had like bots and all these fun modes that don't exist anymore. Like your revenge sims that only go after the person that last killed him, or the person. Some bots would only go after the person in last place. Some would only go after the person in first place. They don't do fun bots like that anymore. They don't even do bots really anymore.
Nah, they got multiplayer. You got people for that.
And the guns were fun, like the far sight sniper where you could see through walls. So it was basically who would rush that and try to camp as long as you could with the far sight. But there was one weapon we always had to ban: the N bomb. Basically, it was a nuke and a grenade. So if you used it, it would destroy the TV every time. It would short circuit it, and the TV would just turn off. The power would go out from this little power converter, and
TV's like, nope.
We would have to wait like 5 minutes to like get its charge back every time. So it was
Jesus.
like that's the first time it happened. We're like, what the hell just happened? The second time it's like, don't use the N bomb. Which now, if you say N bomb, could be used for a different word.
I was about to say it's funny out of context. Don't say the N bomb. Well, yeah. Or don't use it. Sorry.
But those were always great times. It's like, all right, we have nothing to do for 5 minutes as we wait for the TV to come back. It was just a lot of fun playing with siblings like that.
God bless people who came up with video games.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go back to one that's not really quite childhood. It was decently long enough now at this point, though. It was when we were in high school. The Halo 3 parties we would have.
Oh my!
Back in the late days and like stuff like that. We had like, pretty sure there was big team. What was 12v12 or something like that in those days? Maybe 8v8.
I think it was still 8v8.
8v8, and we had a full big team playing online against another full big team, and those were just fun. We were all in one room, 8 of us, just playing, connected from like four Xboxes, like 360s, just 2 of us on each.
All connected, eating chips, drinking Mountain Dew and stuff. Halo.
But the fact is, we were playing online in these big teams, we would kill one guy, and all 8 of us rushed to teabag. That's like the largest teabag you can have. Just 8 guys teabag. We all died while teabagging the dude, I remember.
There's just so many shenanigans you could do, like, with each other, since there were so many of us. Those were such good days.
Those randoms on the other team had no idea what was going on. They were like, I'm getting teabagged by 8 dudes. What's going on?
Oh my dude, those LAN parties were so fun. I always felt sick in the morning, but LAN parties in general. Now those aren't really a thing, but
Yeah, exactly. Co-ops, like local co-ops, not really a thing too much. Except for
Right.
shout out to Nintendo, keeping that alive with everything,
Thanks,
man.
Nintendo.
Like Time Slayer's Future Perfect had a lot of great memories with that. But specifically, it was just the road trips, Perfect Dark, GoldenEye, the other big one everyone played.
Yeah. Man. Thank you for video games.
I could have had a terrible childhood if not for that. That's everything for games. Nothing really happening too much in movies. Really at all this week.
Nope. That's it.
I guess Netflix, they did stop like on July 30th, like the ability to post reviews, which I didn't even know were a thing.
I didn't either.
But they finally just deleted them all because there's a declining use in members. Well, it's probably because I had no idea that you could actually write a review on Netflix.
Right, I didn't either. Is it like on their website?
All I know is you can thumbs up, thumbs down. You can still do that. I don't even use that. They could remove those for all I care. They don't even now. They just give you like what they think. They're like, 86%. That's what we think
percentage.
Yeah, that's what we think you might like it. It's like, no, I've seen that. No, it's like a 2%. No, I've seen that. It's like it's like 30%. It's like, no, I like that a lot. They have no idea.
That review thing is strange. It'd have to be on their website, right? Who would take the time to go read a review? Why wouldn't they just look at the, thumbs up versus thumbs down?
Yeah, and they don't even do like the thumbs up versus thumbs down anymore. They just give like suggested, mash. I liked it when it's thumbs up, thumbs down. It was simple.
Right, because then you can be like, like if something's below like 50%, you're like, wow, that's probably the worst movie ever.
Or I could be like 50% of those people have no taste. All right, for you listeners, Logan's chair just dropped a bit, and like where it raises and lowers, it just lowered randomly.
Just like, whoopsie. That's what that does.
So it's kind of odd they got rid of that. Not rid of it. It was odd it was there in the first place, and they now just got rid of it. That's what I meant to say. Just go back to normal thumbs up, thumbs down. All right, not the suggested match stuff.
Yeah, come on.
But there's something else I want to bring up here. I was rewatching a movie the other day. I was dog sitting my dog at my parents', which they don't really have internet. So I grabbed a movie that they own and rewatched it. And I was thinking, because over at My Hero Academia, how the parents are like, the school's not safe anymore because it gets attacked by villains. We don't want to send our students there anymore. Or stuff like that. That's what was going for with all the parents and stuff. Like, Deku's mom didn't want to send them there anymore because it wasn't safe. Which, them getting attacked by villains is like a one-off anomaly, right? So, you can expect it to not really happen too often. Trust me, this is going somewhere.
Okay, I'm following.
And then the movie I was watching was Harry Potter, okay? Now that's a school that is not safe and would make more sense for a parent not to want to send their child to. This is just the first movie, okay? I did watch the second one too, but most of this comes out of the first one. First of all, start with Quidditch, right? Where the first day the captain's like, we haven't had someone die for a few years, right?
Jeez, yeah,
it's a sport. Whoa. It's like, okay, man. Not only that, when he goes to play, it's a spectator sport with a whole bunch of wizards. His broom gets jinxed. No one's doing anything besides Professor Snape. Everyone in the crowd's like, what's going on? They have nothing to block out like interference magic.
They're like, Oh no! We're
No,
highly trained professionals, but oh no!
Snape's the only one trying. The other professors is like, "What's going on?" Hermione's like, "I gotta go set someone's on fire to stop this." They set the wrong person on fire, but hey, it's worked. But like, that's an issue. The second movie, when he's playing, Dobby jinxed the ball to where it chases him. They don't pause the game. They don't stop anything. People are getting whacked and landing on like hard dirt and sand 100 feet
Like
below.
breaking bones and stuff.
Like, you can't stop the game, fix the ball, or have, I don't know, ball checks. This is fucking Tom Brady out there or something checking the balls. Like,
What?
like, come on, we can't do
Oh
anything like this.
god.
The first movie, a troll gets released in the school. Like, how does that happen? Yeah, you have an inside professor who's not legit. The second movie, they have another not legit professor who doesn't know how to actually do magic, but he's their professor against dark arts, defense against dark arts, not vetted, right?
I feel like this has turned into a Harry Potter rant.
It is. First of all, I love Harry Potter. I love the movie, right? But this is just like comparison to I was thinking about My Hero, right? About non-safe
Right.
schools. But and not only that, Harry Potter and Ron are the one that have to take care of the troll, because they don't bother. They oh, everyone go back to your dormitories. They don't bother to make an announcement. They don't have like
Right.
intercoms or anything. You think they have like wizard intercoms? They're like, hey, people in the bathroom, you might want to leave. Hermione's in the bathroom. The troll walks in the women's bathroom, tries to kill her.
Also, why would you send your students back to their rooms? Wouldn't you want them with you? Like, the 7 teachers that know everything.
Like
Wouldn't-
Dumbledore, who's like a
right.
master. Who's
Wouldn't
like
you
the
want them
greatest.
in that room? I know what scene you're talking about. They're already all in a concentrated room behind like one door. Why not just guard the door?
I don't know. Ron and Harry take it down, right? Hermione lies like, oh, it was my fault that they had to fight the troll. I thought I could handle it, which I don't understand why she couldn't have just said I was going to the bathroom and I walked in there and they
It's your
came to help me. And
We're not having intercoms.
and the professor's like, well, I'm ashamed of you. -5 points. Ron and Harry, thank you for taking down the troll. 5 points each. So they gained 5 points for taking down the troll that you have no security to deal with? The points are so arbitrary.
This is definitely a Harry Potter.
It is. Trust me, I'm going places with this, right? The point system's also dumb. At the very end, freaking Dumbledore's like, all right, due to recent events, I have to give out more points after calling Slytherin #1. He's like, oh, Harry Potter had some love, 60 points. And it's like, nobody knows what the hell he's talking about. They just know he just cheated the system.
It's rigged.
He's like, Ron played a great game of chess, 50 points. Like, what's going on here? But the other thing, all right, so they go out after school hours, which they're not supposed to, and they get detention, right? Because they left school grounds. Their detention is to send them off school grounds after hours into the woods, which is dangerous, as they say there are beasts that kill people out there. Not only is that dangerous, they send Harry and Draco on their own into the woods, where they get attacked by the Voldemort guy. It's like,
Voldemort guy.
yeah, well, he was on the back of the dude's head. I can't remember the professor's name, but it's like quality. This is where the parents want to send their students to, where students can die all the time, and where they're really like during the orientation, like, be sure to follow the rules or you could die.
Right.
Wow.
That is
They're 11 years old. 11. They're cocky, bright 11-year-olds. I can tell you that much. 11 years old, I'm like, oh shit, a troll. Not jumping on it, shoving my wand up its nose, right?
Oh my god, my cheeks hurt.
Here we are over My Hero. One villain attack that's a complete anomaly. Not everyday occurrence.
Right. They're like, I don't want to go to that school, which is a very logical parenting thing. Harry Potter, what, you got punched by a troll today? Get the fuck out of there.
Wait till I get to the rest of the movie so I can be refreshed, man. They don't have any security. They're just like, we got a secret chamber with a giant basilisk in here. We don't have any magic that lets us see through the walls to see a massive chamber in the middle of our school.
You'd think they have like wizard bodyguards or something. Wizard security guards.
And also the stairs randomly rotating whenever
Those
they want.
moving stairs are not OSHA approved.
It's dumb too. Like, oh, I gotta go back to the dorm. Stair moves. Well, now I gotta sit here and wait till it moves back, which could do at any time when it wants to.
What if you're about to take a step and it just like moved on you, you just fall?
Fall like 30 stories to your death. It's like, oh, we probably should not put in movies. What's the purpose of moving stairs? It doesn't even look cool. It's not cool. It's an inconvenience.
Just dangerous.
At least you can ask the paintings what happened.
True. That's so funny.
Just a random Harry Potter rant with Justin.
We should get you to rant about other stuff. I'll just tell you to watch a movie each week, and you'll just
come back with a rant.
Right, give your thoughts.
I should have split this up into a separate video.
Probably.
Rants
What's wrong with Harry Potter and what's wrong with Hogwarts and all the parents? Listen to me.
Actually, I might just turn this to a video at some point down the road. It has to be. Just not right off the bat. Woo! That does it for everything, though. So let's just go ahead. As always, though, be sure to leave feedback, suggestions, anything like that. Thank you for listening. You can always reach us at Twitter at CouchTalkYT. Hit us at our email, CouchTalkYT at gmail.com. Or is it yahoo.com? Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Oh, how could I forget that one? Or, just leave a comment down here at YouTube. That works.
Oh, God. Scuffed.
Scuffed. Oh, yeah. CouchTalkYT at gmail.com, not Yahoo. We do have a Yahoo email, but that ain't it. Anyway, yeah, you can always leave comments down below, suggestions, feedback, corrections, questions, anything like that. We will address them in the next podcast. Also, you can also join our Discord if you want to leave stuff there. We have a podcast section there. That will be in the description along with our social media. You can always message us directly too. So we're always able to be connected to. So just know that. Other than that, though, thank you for joining another episode of We Be Talking.
Woo!
So, okay. I was expecting something more. All right. And until next time, peace out.
See ya.